Okay.
As an apology, we are making these for being almost gone for like a month.
That is true. So
Also, fair warning, we are gonna be like triggering most people here.
triggering. If you're listening to this before you're listening to the end of our third episode, we are so sorry. And same message to people who have listened to the end of the last podcast. And Jesus, that episode got fucking deep.
Yes.
Like, that scared me.
We went like, okay, this is like a couple like...
Just a recap of the last episode.
Yeah. We went deep into politics and why Congress is like sucking, why Ajit Pai is just shit in general, and the FCC is
I don't want to
shit
eat
in general.
I don't want to eat all your bananas, so...
I apologize for that.
Funny. You know, that made a lot of people that made a lot of people laugh. Funny bowel movements. Ha.
How dare you?
Can't wait to get some laughing emojis in the comments.
Ooh, I found a good. Ask Reddit.
Oh, and by the way, we got lazy with our topics, and we're going off of Ask Reddit.
Yes.
What is the question, my man?
What are some horrifying history facts or events that most people don't know about? Mine is probably after the nuking of Hiroshima.
Oh, shit.
Like, the guy who dropped that nuke said, "Dear God, what have we done? Or what have we created?" And after all that, there are many people who survived after all that nuking.
Mm-hmm.
And Japanese experimenters or scientists kept some of those people alive. To, like, examine what had happened.
And
did you tell me, like, there was this guy who's lost all his skin and begged to let him die?
I think you can find this either on the deep web or, like, on the surface of, like, really deep, like, NSFL photos. It was this Japanese man that survived the bombings, and his skin radiated away. His bones were, like, the only thing keeping him alive. You can see just tendons of his skin. I don't want to go into detail about this, but he survived, I think, about a few months after he, like, sustained those injuries, and throughout his entire time...
Questions.
What
is all this? Why is it red? It's supposed to be white, and why is this near the end?
I think that might just keep going if it's more than 3 minutes. We're still understanding Anchor, by the way. And,
Hold on. Wait for this to go through first and see what happens. Alright, this is the test run, actually. Hold on.
Sick.
Okay, it keeps going. Thank God!
Yeah, and,
What God?
Mickey, come on!
Alright, we did do a fair warning at the beginning, huh?
Oh, that's fair.
Make sure this is not part of the third episode, though, by the way. You already posted it, right?
Yeah, I already posted it.
Okay. Then we're good.
You're still figuring out Anchor, people.
Yes.
Be patient.
We are still
somewhat new.
Yes.
Even after our third episode.
You still have yet to learn some.
We're still in our baby steps.
Yes. So you got anything to ask or answer this?
I'm
gonna read some of these, by the way.
What is something a horrifying history fact that
Yo, Eric.
What's up?
Are you fine with me using your charger?
Nah, you can do that. Probably shit about Chernobyl. Like, if you see, like, radiated animals from Chernobyl, like, you'll see, like, goats with, like, 6 legs, like, dogs with 3, and it's just some mutated animals / plants can be, like, some of the most horrifying things you can look at. And, like, the elephant's foot, it's not, like, scary to look at,
but it's the fact of how radioactive it is.
All right, just for a short explanation, at Chernobyl there was this nuclear
meltdown.
Yeah, there was
reactive
a meltdown. Yeah, reactive meltdown, and it just destroyed everything. Like,
but if it weren't for those like 2-3 people who swam through all that radioactive stuff,
they made it so it like avoided complete meltdown.
Like it didn't explode or anything.
Yeah, if it weren't for them, like Ukraine would just be dead.
Yes. It'd just be like a nuclear wasteland.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much just Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm. In Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. And maybe like even surrounding countries.
Mm-hmm. And if it weren't for those guys, they're like fucking heroes.
Mm-hmm.
They just went through all that radioactive stuff. Like everything in the body was destroyed by then.
Yeah, they died soon afterwards.
Yes.
And like the thing is, like, so the ruined core is called the elephant's foot.
Well, the remains of it. Like
Yeah.
everything that melted, all the nuclear waste, turned into this little big blob.
Yeah, that looks very similar to an elephant's foot.
But it's super radioactive to this day.
If you were to stay within its like sort of range, like in the same room as the elephant's foot for at least like a minute, you would die that same day due to radioactive poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
And that scares the shit out of me. That's something that dangerous is on Earth.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing why the photos are black and white is because of all the radiation messing with the film.
Mm-hmm.
I bet the photographers and scientists that went to go examine it died 6 minutes later, didn't they?
I'm not 100% sure.
It's terrifying that something like that exists, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna read some of these comments here, dude. Alright, I'm saying, let's see. If you want to add more to that, go ahead.
I don't have anything more to add. But I think I've already mentioned this man on the podcast. Have we?
What?
Have we mentioned this man on the podcast?
This man?
I don't think I've even mentioned it to you.
Tell me.
So this man, it's look up thisman.com.
Why.com?
It's
is it the guy the people that dream about?
yeah.
Yes, I've seen that.
This man is a figure, sort of.
It's
apparition.
It's confirmed that it's hoax.
It's a hoax?
Yes, it's confirmed it's a hoax.
How so?
I don't know, but I heard somebody it was a hoax.
What news source? Because that shit's been freaking me out. Because like,
it's confirmed it's hoax.
It might be a fact. Like a factor of it is like, oh, since people freak out about it so much, they dream about it.
A hoax. It's a hoax.
How so?
I don't know.
Because how do you call like a dream a hoax? It might be that one fact of it, like
No,
people
it probably just like got popular, you know.
Yeah.
Or how creepy it was, like Slender Man. That's a hoax.
Yeah, even though two girls stabbed their friend like 14 times just to summon
We
Slender
won't
Man.
get into that.
No, we won't. We will not. Jesus. Should we get into like creepypasta? Not like about the creepypastas, but like
Creepypasta in general.
yeah, dumb shit people did because of that.
Yes.
That brings me back. Oh,
I remember reading a lot about creepypastas.
I think I'd rather skip the subject of
I've gotten,
creepypastas.
for some reason now, I'm into SCP stuff.
Dude, SCP, you scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, those creep me out to this day, though.
I think there was this once like SCP 13B, something like that. It's like a statue that every time you blink it moves and it kills you instantly by snapping your neck.
Yes.
That shit gave me nightmares. And like every time I see
thing is,
a shadow of like a round thing when I'm about to go to sleep, I cannot sleep.
thing is, I don't dream. It's more like time skip for me.
It's sort of the same for me, but like when I've been thinking a lot about a lot of stuff,
Like daydreaming, like you stare out to the window. You don't like for me. I used to daydream a lot in first grade. It felt like time skipping for me.
and like I don't dream that often anymore. It is sort of like time skip, but whenever I do have a dream, I can easily correlate it with things that are happening in my life.
I've never dreamed in my life.
That's sad, dude. I've had a lot of
I have imaginations though, you know.
Dude, I used to have a lot of lucid dreams. You know what lucid dreams are?
Yes, things you can control in your dream.
Yeah, dude, that shit was like nirvana for me.
Not me. I've never dreamed in my life. So like, if I slept at night, I would fall asleep. It feels like 5 minutes passed by for me, but it's actually like hours.
Jesus, that's sad, dude.
And then, like daydreaming for me is like I'll stare out the window for the whole class hour.
Jesus.
and I wouldn't even notice. It'd feel like 10 minutes for me.
Damn.
That's why I imagine time skipping is like, I guess.
And like, shit in your dreams is like, I'm not sure if I like compare it to Inception, but damn, we're fucking rambling, huh?
Yes. 10 minutes.
Okay, just so I have something to talk about, and for the sake of the podcast, I will make a sacrifice. Oh my god.
It's like r// confessions.
Yeah. So,
Come on.
So I used to own this Instagram account that went from video game facts to what I'm about to mention and to my current Instagram account that I sort of left behind because I think I just forgot the information for it. And so it started off as like gaming facts. That's like the first Instagram I've ever had. It was called a gaming mansion, something incredibly stupid, and I gained a following of 7 people. One was Sam, just because she pitied me, and she introduced me to Instagram. And then I was like, you know what? I'm getting into creepypastas. Why not change my account from video games to creepypasta fan art? None of it by me, obviously. I cannot draw worth a damn. And Jesus Christ, it was like the emptiest point in my life where my life was just sort of, based around like my creepypasta account. Again,
Did you try making creepypasta stories?
I did. And I posted them on like Wattpad, and not gonna lie, I gained like 1,000 likes and like 1,000 like downloads on that. I think I'm really good at like writing creepypasta stories and shit. I might still be. I don't know.
I'm good at fantasy sci-fi stories.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm good at like making atmosphere with writing, but like I can't make fan art. I've tried, but like Slenderman, it's easy. Just he has the easiest profile. Just white head, skinny neck, tucks, and tentacles.
I could draw him.
Anyone could draw him. Child could draw him.
Yes.
I think that's sort of like the basis of it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a Kirby thing, where like anyone could draw them.
Went to the seek.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I get a huge following on Instagram just because I started doing creepypasta shit. Like 1.7 thousand followers. Just because I did creepypasta shit. And just reposting it from other accounts. And I got in a lot of flame wars in who would win the fight between 2 huge creepypasta characters.
Jack and Slenderman.
Oh yeah, no, it was Jeff, wasn't it?
Jeff the Killer.
Jeff the Killer. My name Jeff. Knee slapper. That was a weak knee slap. I'm disappointed in myself for that weak ass knee slap. There's Tiki Toby, Ben Ground, Jeff the Killer, Slenderman, Sonic EXE,
Tails EXE.
Shut the fuck up, Mickey.
I know a lot. You don't underestimate me. Fucking Clockwork.
Oh my god. I'm a proxy.
Oh my god. We're gonna get like shit for this.
Oh my god, like my blood is like curdling. Oh god. Cringy point in my life. I also made a Tumblr account for Undertale at some point in my life.
You regret it to this day?
Not really. I gained a huge following there too.
Nice.
Didn't get any Flame Wars though. Not one.
Not one.
Not one.
Look.
Are you finding other questions, Mickey?
Yeah, I'm trying to find some. Add some subjects to this. Add some spice.
Spice. I think all the spice I had went into the 3rd episode, but I don't know. Teach their own.
I want to talk about like life lessons from World War II.
Why?
Because
We were just talking about creepypastas. You're not going to go to World War II.
look, come on, you might as well, right?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not? Alright, let's do some confessions here then.
Oh, shit. Okay. Confession.
What is something you've done in your childhood that you regret to this day?
I named 3 of them, Mickey.
Name more!
Fucker. You haven't named jack shit, Mickey. You named 3. Shit.
I can't. Look, all I can admit was I am super fucking retarded while I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Tell us. Serenade us with your stories, Mickey. I put in my... Hold on, let me pick up my dollar store glasses. Thank God.
Oh my god, I realized how terrible I was as a fucking child too. Alright,
Tell us, Mickey.
this will probably piss off Peter. You're interested though?
I'm interested, Mickey.
Alright, you know the Lao temple we have around here?
Yep.
We've had these kittens come around.
Okay.
I would hang one off a pole
By what?
by his like either claws or like.
What
I feel so. I don't even want to talk about.
Did the cat die?
No. It just started bleeding. That's it.
Oh my God!
I'm a shit child. What can you expect from me? I didn't know what it was like.
How old are you?
6,
Mickey!
5.
Lower in the age doesn't make any
7.
fucking difference.
I was shit. I was an idiot. I was retarded. I was fucking in special ed. I didn't know
Oh yeah,
all
that's
that.
right. I mean, I wasn't in special ed. It's just
I was in special
I went
ed.
to counseling.
I was in special ed.
My parents thought I was autistic just because I didn't talk to anyone.
Oh my god. Peter's gonna fucking berate us.
No, they're not because they're never gonna hear this.
Oh, let's share it.
Don't,
Should we talk about Peter in general?
PETA. Oh my God. I heard like stories about how PETA's actually terrible. Like PETA has like stolen pets from like families.
I've never heard of these.
Yeah, there are a lot of stories of that happening.
Jesus.
Or like just raiding like farms, like maybe not killing the farmers, but stealing shit, like a shit ton of animals. There are a lot of stories on that. I'm not saying those are true. I'm just saying there are a lot of stories of that happening. Like so many of them that at least one of them should have happened. I need to coke, dude. I need to fucking relax. I've been fucking tense throughout this entire recording. I need a drink, dude.
You also like apple juice?
I'm a big boy now. I don't drink apple juice. I drink grape juice. I don't take the fucking apple juice.
You sound pissed.
I want apple juice. Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola bottle. I don't give a damn.
That's like one of the first vibes, right?
Fuck that kid though. Probably dead. Probably died of a heart attack too.
Okay.
You know, tell us how much you hate us in the comments. We'll appreciate it.
Alright. What are some of your biggest pet peeves in movies?
Movies.
How cliche they fucking are. Especially in horror movies.
Oh, in horror movies? Okay. Dead reception.
Oh my fucking god.
That was the beauty of Stranger Things, though. It's like... It's
At
not
least
like,
they were smart with it, though, you know?
yeah, like... They took advantage of it being in, like... Not, like, olden times, but, like, before.
Mm-hmm.
So, now they can't use stereotype, oh, there's no reception here. Because they don't have a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the genius of Stranger Things. I mean, like, besides being, like, an amazing series with amazing character development and, like, what's the word? Not connections, but, like, synergy between characters. And it's just a beautiful series, and...
But in, like,
Yeah.
terrible horror movies. You could be in a populated town, and they won't have reception, especially when they have phones. Or like, who fucking idiot doesn't charge their phone before they go out to like into a wilderness and shit like that?
And like, not only fucking
They
that,
trip over nothing as well.
and like they use like the excuse like, oh, the ghost is killing my reception. Oh no, I hate that shit.
It is. Fucking god. What about comedy for you?
Comedy
Or like any movie in general?
Comedy. Toilet humor. Toilet humor. Unironic toilet humor is the worst fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. How far will you go to stay alive? I will go far. Like, I'm actually afraid of fucking death.
Yeah,
I know it's like a stereotypical thing to be afraid of death, but you know,
if it's like, okay, this is a new question.
I won't go
came
anywhere
up with
near cannibalism though.
Probably the death of like another person that like, depending. So say if it's like a middle-aged man with a family, I will not want to kill them instead of like my life, because like, as of now, I'm not really helping anyone, but I could help someone. That's like the weird thing between like middle-aged man is taking care of someone, and someday I could. And why didn't you just pick up the phone?
Huh? Because I thought it was recording over there. I don't want to make it distant.
Okay. Okay, so probably like the death of like someone I already hate.
Is that how far you will go?
That's
stay
how
alive?
far I will go. Because a death enough is like a huge thing, but like if it's the death of someone I already hate, then I don't care that much.
How far will you go to stay alive though?
Maybe not cannibalism, but like stay alive. I'm willing to like kill someone else for my own like greater good. Like if they're already trying to attack me, I'm going to kill shit.
That makes sense, huh? Alright.
What's the next question, B? There's a lot of empty space.
Let's see. We need people to ask us questions, honestly.
Yeah, but you know, we're only on our 4th episode, and we have 2 favorites. Technically, I guess. I'm not sure if people still.
Leg bouncing people. Why do you bounce your leg?
It's just like.
It's something like what Cell said. You either have nothing to do or you're just tired. Like, you want to get rid of some energy. Like this.
It's something you do, like, subconsciously.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a reason. It's just like, just finding something to do with your body.
Like, I do this with my fingers.
It's just
sometimes.
fidgeting, like, as well. Like, you're either anxious or, like, you're expecting something.
I also get, like, random chills at some point as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why that happens, though. I've never really looked up an explanation for that.
Fuck, come
on. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Chocolate. Definitely chocolate.
I'd have to say either fudge chocolate, or mint chocolate chip.
I hate mint chocolate chip.
The thing about mint chocolate chip is, like, it doesn't leave a bad taste in your mouth.
I just don't like it in general, honestly.
That's fine.
I can't handle the mint.
Oh, you know something I do that I don't think about at all? Like, sometimes if, like, I tap something, I have to make sure that I tap every other finger against it.
I do this. This is why I do this, but I don't use my thumb at all.
It's like, I have to type something like, oh, I already tapped it, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to either add up to 3 or 5.
Not me.
So, say, like, I tap it, like, 10, 15. Because, oh my god, this is gonna sound so fucking weird, but I see, like, every finger as, like, 3 parts.
Oh, I get what you mean.
And so, like, if, like, oh, that's already 5, 10, 15. and I'm done with that.
Okay.
And
what's the real life equivalent of gaining 1 XP?
Gaining 1 XP?
The real life equivalent to that.
Picking up a penny off the ground.
Yes.
That's just so simple. That's not hard to think about. What was the top answer for that one? We're looking off of a subreddit, obviously. What was the top answer for that one?
What do you mean?
The one you just asked me.
What's the real life equivalent of gaining 1 XP?
What's the top comment for that one?
Top comment. Let's see. Finding a penny on the floor.
See, I get people.
Holy shit.
Ask me another question. I gotta pick up a banana piece.
What actor was born to play a role? Like Ryan Reynolds it seems like he's born to play Deadpool.
That's true. Who's that dad from Malcolm in the Middle?
Huh?
That dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't know.
He's goddamn born to play that fucking role. Kevin James, who else could play Paul Blart, our Lord and Savior?
Oh my god. At our age, what makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Does make me happy. Shit.
Good art for me, and anything that's satisfying in general.
Anything that just looks good and took a lot of effort.
Like video games.
Yeah.
Some video games.
Yeah.
Like
Some.
Cuphead.
Yeah,
But Community killed it though. Mm-hmm. And then there's Dark Souls as well.
Yeah, and for any little kids in that community,
That's a good thing.
yeah, because little kids can't play Dark Souls because it's too hard.
Alright. If you guys hear that in the background, it's my mother and my dog.
Hey, cool. Is it okay if I eat your last 2 bananas?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just eat one. You guys can have 1 banana.
Alright. What movie plot hole bothers you the most?
Ooh.
I like how in most of these podcasts I have no story to tell. Either because I don't even want to mention them, or I don't remember them at all.
Shit. Movie plot hole. Nothing comes to mind.
That bothers you? Really? Wow. Redditors who live in a rural town, which we do, what are some things people who live in cities can never understand? The fucking smell! And how difficult it is to get around in some places.
Oh, you know what? You know what is good?
And the hassle of winter here.
But you know what? The silence.
Yes. It could be either eerie or relaxing.
Because, okay, so last summer I took a vacation to Chicago. And we live right next to a fucking airport. So every goddamn night, planes would just go right over the house. Not only was it the constant sounds of planes going that kept me up, it was just a complete, anxiety.
Of getting shot up.
No, it was a pure anxiety of a plane fucking landing in our fucking house. Because it's right next to the airport, too.
Wasn't it, hot as hell there as well?
Hot as fuck! No fucking... They only had 1 fan. There was no fucking air conditioning.
God.
Not only that, but we lived in the fucking ghetto. There's a ghetto right next to the goddamn airport.
So you have the anxiety of either a plane crashing into you or getting shot up.
Yes!
Same thing goes for Cali for you, doesn't it?
No, we lived in a nice place.
Okay.
It was called Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay.
It's Rancho Cucamonga. You cannot say that without a rhythm. Rancho Cucamonga. As soon as you get that down, you can say it easily.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Yes.
I can't say it. I can't say it
No,
properly though.
No, you said it perfectly.
Oh.
Rancho Cucamonga. Also, they have something that confused me in the first place. There's a town called Ontario in California, which confused the fuck out of me, because I thought the only Ontario was in Canada, which I was incorrect.
What is one item every male should own? Condom. That's a stereotypical thing. Never mind.
Condom. We're men. We have copious amounts of relations. We reproduce every day, all day. Testosterone, hormones, guns.
Should we talk about? Oh, well, we haven't answered the question actually.
Oh yeah.
Every male.
Every male.
Anything. Honestly, I could go for both genders.
Pocket Quran.
By the way, that's a pocket of jokes around me, Aaron, and Hunter.
Pocket Quran. Everyone needs to educate themselves on the study of Allah.
Man. Okay. Oh, God, this is a hard question to answer.
What's up?
What every male should own.
I don't think anything that men need, can't go for women.
What is the... Okay, we'll just skip this question.
Yeah, that's fair.
What is the best one-liner ever?
One-liner?
I can't think of any one-liners, honestly.
Yeah, can I?
I can't think of any.
I can't.
What have you created recently? This podcast.
Yep. We have given birth to this podcast, and just as any mother would hope, I hope it doesn't die soon. That's just anything anyone would want. Thing is, we're just hoping we have more people on here soon, because you and I might just be like a trope that might get boring soon, so we might have to include Hunter and Sarah, I guess.
We're gonna just have add a lot of people.
Yep, at least we're hoping to, and we might do one with Sam, who's I guess is doing her own thing. She hasn't gotten past the intro of her podcast. So.
I don't think you can call them a podcast, though. You know.
Yeah, technically, she hasn't technically launched yet.
Okay, you are on your deathbed and only 10 seconds to live. What are your final words?
My last words.
Probably lay off my shit.
Fuck. Oh my god, I would want fucking my last words to be give all of my furniture to the president of the United States and see a huge back and forth battle between the commander-in-chief and one dead person who wants to give all of their furniture to the United States of America. Or, to the President of the United States of America. I want to see that huge news story. A huge, debate based on morals. Respect for the dead or respect for the President of the United States. Seeing that they wouldn't already say yes.
Should we allow people who watch us to offer us requests?
What do you mean?
We could read maybe a story or
Oh yeah.
So if you guys have any requests, just ask us because we're running out of ideas right now. We're only 33 minutes.
If you're even bothering to listen to us, we'll just do anything. Ask us at this point.
Yeah, you can make us let you. We can even read a story for you if we can get the story or read your comments. If you guys have questions for us, ask us. Ask away.
I also have a book where I can just replace the second main character for Sonic, and it sounds 10 times better than what the actual book is.
Have you made instant ramen before?
What's up?
Have you ever made instant ramen before? AKA cup noodles.
I've only made the microwave one. I haven't actually put on the stove.
Microwave one.
Yeah.
You cup of noodles?
Yeah. Yeah, you just put warm water in it, put it in the microwave. And
I don't do that.
It's just so much that just puts the instant noodles.
I warm up water in a kettle, boil it, and then put it in my...
I don't know, I just have a cup, dude. A cup of noodles, put warm water in it, put it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes.
I have cup noodles as well. You know the ramen that come in noodle cups?
Yeah, and you put it in the microwave?
No.
I put it in the fucking microwave.
I boil the water in a kettle, pour it into my instant
I have Microwave noodles. It's so much faster.
Fuck that. I want my shit to taste good.
My shit tastes good too. It's a microwave.
Fuck you. I don't want mine to taste like nuclear energy.
Fuck you. It's good noodles.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Good. It's good noodles. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. You got a fucking banana. I'll fucking pop your ass.
Your noodles are shit. What? You can fucking shoot baby bananas at me?
Dumbass. What do you think bananas shoot? Dumbass. Tell me no guns.
Oh yeah, because the government is taking away our Second Amendment.
Yeah, gotta keep our bananas before Donald Trump takes them away.
If you got the chance to meet God, what would be the one question you would ask? I would ask him why.
I would ask him, could I be excused of all of the terrible shit I've ever done / said?
Honestly,
I'm like basing everything I ever do or say on the fact that I don't really think that there is a God / heaven, but like I'm open to the idea. If there is like obvious proof or evidence that there is a God, heaven, and hell, then obviously I'll be a Christian. But like the thing is,
there is no proof.
There is no current proof other than just have faith, which is bullshit at this point. Either that or it's just like photoshopped footage of an angel coming down from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit pisses me off.
I'm honestly fine with eternal void as well.
Like, it makes me sad to think about, like, oh, all the people that have ever departed with me in my life are just in, like, it's like they're just sleeping forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also fine with that because, you know, they don't have to deal with, like, the daily toils of life anymore. So that's still so.
I'm also fine with, like, reincarnation as well, you know?
Yeah. Like, that is possible. Like, I feel like that is possible. Like,
mm-hmm. That's probably the most likely thing, too.
If, like,
instead of, like, a heaven and hell.
If, like, spiritual souls are a thing, then I feel like that is possible.
Well, I'm, Buddhist. Quote-unquote Buddhist.
Yeah, I don't really pride myself being Catholic either.
Gosh, we went to religion.
Yeah, jeez, I went from fucking 0 to 100 really fast.
Should we talk about history?
History, what to talk about history? I don't know anything about history other than Athens introduced democracy and Ukraine is fucked.
Romans just created Christianity. I don't think they like. I think they're just like, oh, what about we made a guy who was a king of Jews, and somehow there's a God that created this guy.
Honestly, how would you react if you're the emperor of that like kingdom, and some 20-year-old carpenter went around and said, "Hey, I'm the king of the Jews. Everyone, I'm the king of the Jews."
I'm like, this guy's fucking psychotic.
Dude, this guy's trying to fucking discredit everything we've ever done in our religion. Fucking kill his ass. Crucify him. Like,
this guy's a fucking heretic.
and little did they know that became a symbol.
It's fucking. I'll be like, a fucking heretic's within my range. I can kill him here now.
We're very sorry. If you are of Christian belief, we do not judge you, nor do we judge you if you are a Jewish belief. We believe that all religions are okay.
Here's a good question, though.
But by me laughing, I'm not discrediting everything I just said.
We understand if you're religious, but you should know if you watched our first episode, you should probably know we would talk about stuff like this. And we give you a fair warning in the beginning.
Yeah, also watch the intro. It seems very unprofessional. We may have to do a new one, I guess.
And if you have not seen the last part of the third episode, you probably should. We apologize for things we say.
Before you get too offended, should we do a new intro? I feel like a new intro is necessary.
Probably.
I just skimmed over everything that we might talk about. Excuse.
Yeah. We probably should.
We still have like 20 and a half minutes of straight rambling.
Yes. That's what our podcast basically is. In our daily conversations, like,
that is true.
Rambling. What is something you admire in others?
Honestly,
how they handle with the real world?
I'd probably say maturity. I'd say like, not like smoking and drinking. No, I'd probably say like how like well you could deal with like a certain situation. Like say like your dog died or like your parents got divorced, and if you don't like obsess over that over a long period of time and just cry about it every day, then I have a lot of respect for you. That is a really like tough thing for a person to get through, and if you like go through that and deal with it well, you deserve some kind of prop. Like,
Like I highly respect people like that. You know,
like really mature people, really mature people.
like they actually like, have common sense. Unlike the people we have around us.
Oh my god, dude.
God, what changed your life for the better? Realizing how harsh life is.
You know, probably like my older brother Waldo.
My brother actually changed my life as well.
Like in the sense that like, all right, I was an obsessive kid. Like I used to play video games like on the daily, and I could probably speedrun.
I
I'll
still
lose connection.
technically play life on the daily as well.
So I'm really good at Luigi's Mansion, like the old one on the GameCube, and I remember I beat it in like a couple of days, which is really impressive for me to beat a game. Like that's a high score for me as a child, and every time when I tried to tell Waldo, he said, "Oh, that's cool," and that sort of like changed me from the point like, oh, I want to tell everyone everything because they must be interested. No, that sort of made me think like to be more modest. Like not everyone's gonna be interested, and that's okay.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like people may not care what you do ever.
There's a lot of paper there now.
Can you stop though?
I'll do one more. I'll get a big one. Shit. Any other questions?
Let's see if I can find anything. But if you have any subjects on your head, like off the top of your head, or some things you can talk about, go ahead. I feel like this is like a fucking interview.
Jesus. What could I talk about?
Most of my stuff that I have in my head are mostly traumatizing.
Yeah. What am I
Like,
thinking? Shit.
let's see. Oh yeah. There's this one time where my cousin Ricky in his old house, it was like his bathroom was infested with roaches. Like his whole bathtub was like covered in roaches.
God, I hate roaches. Fucking
Same.
disgusting.
But there's this one time who he got in trouble, like bad, and he got locked in a fucking shower. Like it was one of those closable showers, you know?
Yeah.
The sliders. Yeah. I think it was my uncle that locked him in there. Like he put a chain on that shit.
Fuck, dude.
That shit was scary.
Jesus Christ. I remember. Have you ever? You don't have True TV, do you?
True TV.
No, it was this one series called Ghost Adventures.
Oh, I love that.
Dude, I love that so much, but I feel like it's staged. But they
Same.
pull it off really well if it is staged. Oh my god.
Do you believe in ghosts though?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm not
Because
even sure if I like believe in like
Throughout
afterlife.
my life, my brother and my mother and my father has had paranormal like things happen to them.
I've never had like a paranormal like.
But I've never
experience.
personally had a paranormal thing happen to me.
Yeah, neither have I. It might have been like. I think we just look for those things. Like because we like to believe in those things. After someone has left us, or like after like we start thinking about them, we start to look for those things and say like, I don't know, like a light in the room goes out, or like.
I gotta head to the bathroom, dude.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Just keep talking about stuff to them.
I don't want to talk about
Talk about some of your experiences in life, I guess.
oh Jesus, I don't want to talk about heavy shit just all by
Go
myself.
ahead and talk about heavy shit.
I'll just talk more about how I was a little paranormal weeb when I was a child. So I would always watch the series on True TV called Ghost Adventures, where it's just these three guys. I don't think it's just three guys anymore. in the newer seasons, but the old seasons were fucking bomb. They would just go in there, dick around and whatnot. Not really dick around, but sort of just find the purpose of like why it's haunted and like the story behind like, you know, why it's haunted and how it's haunted and the people that lived there and died there. It's really fucking interesting. I highly recommend it to anyone who's, you know, interested in the paranormal. But yeah, I remember I got my first phone, not a touchscreen, a clamshell. And the special thing about it is you could change the filter of that photo that you took. And so I remember I went to my friend's house, not Mickey, another friend. I don't think we're even that close anymore. And I went to his basement, which is pretty much like the rec room. He had like ping pong, pinball. He had a bunch of Nerf guns too. And I took a bunch of photos and I changed the filter and I just saw faces. None of which I could recognize, but yeah, normally just like the shape of like heads, bodies and whatnot. I never really saw it as, well, at the time I saw it as paranormal, but now that I'm thinking about it, it might just be like details in like the shadows or like how like, you know, it's like positioned. I don't know, I would always look for that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's kind of odd to think about that kind of shit. Like, as someone who doesn't really necessarily believe in the afterlife, it's sort of weird to just, you know, think about the paranormal. Because there are people out there who will fight, like, for their lives just to prove that, you know, ghosts do exist. And to some extent, that may be true, but I can't really have any say in it just for the fact that, you know, I haven't had, you know, paranormal experiences and whatnot. I don't know. If something happens to me and is bound to be paranormal, then I will believe in such a thing. But nothing's happened to me that I would consider paranormal. Jesus Christ. I gotta be alone less often, dude. I'm gonna drive myself insane. Oh my god. And like, there's nothing wrong with like being alone. It's always fine to just be alone with your thoughts, but like, I guess being within your own thoughts can just cause like anxiety and crazy, crazy shit. Oh my god. Jeez, I really went on a fucking tangent. I mean, not a tangent. It's already been a really long tangent. But yeah, those are honestly just my thoughts on paranormal activity. Jesus Christ, he's just gonna be there all day, huh? Well, enjoy this filler while, you know, Mickey enjoys his time. Oh my god. Alright, if you're still watching to this point, thank you very much. Honestly, if you could, like, reach out to us or, like, just say something that sort of, like, proves that you're just listening, we will be extremely grateful. We don't care if it's one of you, two, or thousands of you. If we make one person's day, that's just fine for us. Like, we're just doing this to do it. Like, we don't want to be, like, famous. We don't want to be celebrities. We just want to be people doing shit. We don't really expect to grow huge or, like, become celebrities. And Mickey's coming back, so I can just stop talking about this now. But, yeah. We're people. We're just normal people. And never in our lives will we act as anything else.
We'll just stay who we are.
Yeah.
It's just how we are.
Whether it's a couple of followers or a couple of million, we're people, and it'll always be as such.
Mm-hmm. So what were you talking about while I was in there taking a hit?
Oh my god, dude. My mind just, like, blanked. I just started talking about, like, all my religious beliefs, like, what I thought about the paranormal, and, oh my god. I totally forgot that I was all alone. Like, I just talked and spoke. Scary shit, dude.
Like, as soon as you get into something, you just blank out.
Yep. Jesus. Well, we've got
10
minutes and 9 minutes and 50 seconds, I suppose. That's how math works, Mickey. Okay, we need one more subject that can last 10 minutes or two that can last 5.
Let's see what we have in our notes, because we've been talking about random stuff that weren't on our notes.
That we just found on r/Ask Reddit.
Mind fucks. And or hypotheticals.
Okay, we've gone through the paranormal mind fucks. We don't need any more of that shit.
How about hypotheticals?
Okay, hypotheticals. This is something that's been on my mind for the longest fucking time. Okay, so you know Mrs. Incredible from The Incredibles, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know she's elastic and shit, right? Obviously. Would she be able to stretch out her arm and then stretch out the rest of her body to that one limb? That shit is so useful.
It is. Holy shit.
But I keep thinking, no, there's not enough weight in the arm. But then I think, yes, because she's rubber.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, if you had, like a rubber band, if you pull one side, you let go of the other, it could go to that side.
Yeah, but I start thinking, like, there's nothing holding that arm there.
Oh yeah. But she could probably, like, reach out her arm as far as she can to grab onto something.
No, but I just imagine, like, she just stretches out her, like, her arm and then just, like an elastic band, just meeting the other side.
Mm-hmm. What about Dash from The Incredibles? Can you go fast enough, like the Flash, to travel like light and maybe, like, if you were to jump off, rocket to some other planet?
Maybe not. I think he's just fast enough to run in the water. Because he did do that.
That's true. Do you think it's possible, like, for him to work his leg enough to run faster?
He is fast enough to, like, pretty much just motorboat, like, a vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Because he is still young. So he probably doesn't have as much stamina as most people older.
But you know what? There is such a thing as momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the more he goes, the faster he goes.
Yeah, water ruins your momentum. And friction in general ruins your momentum.
So I think he couldn't go to another planet, but he probably, with the right setup, he probably could go into the stratosphere.
Yeah, because of gravity and all.
Yeah.
Okay. What about, let's see. If you could hypothetically, if you could teleport, I don't think it's a hypothetical. If you could teleport, do you think you'd be able to teleport to anywhere you did not know? So, like, you could teleport to, like, Mars and stuff like that.
Shit, I never thought of that. So, like, a place you straight up doesn't know exists, or, like, a place that you haven't seen before?
You haven't seen before.
Jesus.
Like, you know what Mars is, but you don't know what it looks like. But you know it exists, and what it looks like from the outside. So can you hypothetically teleport there?
I suppose, I mean, you die.
What about to, like, exoplanets, like Kepler? That's super similar to Earth.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's basically Earth's twin brother.
Yeah, in, like, a place of infinite space, there has to be, like, at least one planet that is exactly like Earth to a T.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, the thing is, it probably doesn't have the same sun.
that's
What if there's a solar system out there that's exactly like ours?
you know, there's a very, very good chance of that happening. Cause,
That's
like,
probably like a 1 in infinity.
but, like, the shit that scares me is, like, the... Oh my god, I'm getting existential. Like, outside our Earth, into space.
But
Is that infinite or not? Because they say the universe is, like, the galaxy or just outer space is just growing out forever.
what if there is a limit, like toward heaven?
No. What I'm imagining is, what does it expand into?
Is it just like a bigger galaxy? Does it keep expanding out toward that?
You know, technically,
What if
there
it's just
is
like
a
an
chance. There is a chance that our entire, like, galactic system is an atom of a large, like, a much bigger world.
So it's possible to be like, there's a possibility, like there are actual bigger planets than the planets we know.
Like, the scary thing is,
What if there are bigger planets bigger than Saturn or Jupiter? I know there are planets out there that are bigger than Jupiter, but what if they are bigger than that?
fuck.
Holy shit! What is the biggest sun or star out there? What if there are stars bigger than that?
I'm thinking.
What if there are stars bigger than black holes? Holy shit.
I've always wondered. There's one thing. What is inside a black hole? Like, black holes are said to be like infinite weight, but what's inside a black hole?
There are people that speculate like there's another end of a black hole that like either after you're crushed and compacted and stuff, you either spit out on the other side of the universe.
Shit.
Or like maybe there isn't like a crushing compaction. What if you just like teleport to like another universe?
It's sort of like a wormhole.
Yes. There's also there's also speculation of like a white hole.
A white hole.
Yeah. It's something similar to a black hole, but it's just like pure light.
So like, is it like a polar opposite of a black hole, where it's just like a black hole is like infinite weight?
I believe so. I think it's similar to a black hole, though.
Jesus.
But I think it's like maybe the opposite end of the black hole is what I'm speculating it to be.
Holy fuck, Mickey.
We're getting to space and shit. We can't be the only living beings in the universe, though.
No, we're not.
It's a strong possibility that there was once life on Mars, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does have polar caps. We know that. And there's possible water underneath Earth or Mars. Like we have here on Earth, we have water underneath our...
And because they discovered Kepler, a planet that is very similar to Earth, there's
Especially since it is in the Goldilocks zone.
like there's no way that there is not a single living thing on that planet.
Exactly. There has to be life on there.
It has vegetation, right?
Yes. It is a rock planet. It is in the Goldilocks zone. So it holds life. There's vegetation, there's water, there's rock. The Goldilocks zone is where our Earth is. It's like perfect. Like, it's basically the holy grail of life.
Jesus. If there is vegetation there, there will be living
There is
sentient-
vegetation there. I can look it up.
Yeah, because like if there's vegetation, then there's definitely going to be some sentient life form. Holy fucking hell, Mickey!
Kepler.
This is too.
22B.
It's too much. It's too fucking much for me, man. Oh. This is pretty much an extension of the third episode in the sense that, you know, we've pretty much just been talking for 2 hours. It's 10, Nikki. We've been talking since 8. We've been talking for 2 hours.
That's Kepler. 22B.
Oh, fuck. There's
Definitely life on there.
Holy shit.
I see no vegetation, though. I think it's still in, like, what is known, like, Pangea age.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're still developing life on there.
Oh my god, fucking yawning. Is there any information on like when it formed, or is it just boom, Kepler there?
It's not Earth, it's Namek.
Boom.
Do you get that reference?
Namek, no.
Dragon Ball Z. If you guys are wondering, yes, I watch anime, but I am not a weeb because I don't follow that shit.
We are in our last minute. What did we learn today, Mickey? What did we learn today that we didn't already learn in the last episode?
We are probably bigger, or an atom in a bigger universe. There is life out there in space, and
multiple. Being part of a religion is a-okay. If you're Jewish, you white. If you Christian, you white. If you Muslim, you white. If you're part of any other religion, is okay.
unless you worship like Satan and all that shit.
Yeah, don't be Satanist. That ain't cool. Alright.
All right, we'll see you in the next episode whenever we make it.
Oh my god, probably next month.
That's true.